Um, I am going to give Jordan 1 minute to say everything that he hates about the Toy Story 5 trailer. One.
To Karen Beverly to be your beloved bride.
Yay-ha! I now pronounce you husband and knife. Oh, poison the maid of honor!
Bonnie, there's a package for you.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Hi there, I'm Lilypad. Let's play.
Oh, extinction! Not again!
Bonnie, screen time's over now.
Okay.
I want to talk to you, device.
Please, call me Lily.
Me and the toys have been working all summer to try and get Bonnie to make friends.
Yeah.
But then you had to ruin
Got
it.
it.
You're not even listening to me.
I'm always listening. See?
Now look here, me and the toys have been working all summer.
No, in Spanish.
Con los gemelos Jordan, al otro lado del
What?
Yeah, I got dibs on behind the dresser.
Woody,
Jesse, hello?
is it as bad out there for toys as they say it is?
We're finding more abandoned toys each day.
We're down!
Uninterrupted minute to say everything that you hate about it, starting now.
Okay, I hate that they have a walkie-talkie which just instantly connects them to Woody. I hate that even though this should really be Jesse's movie and like, you know, the Jesse Bonnie thing, they can't solve any of their problems without Woody, a big strong man coming in to solve all their problems. Oh my God, the bald spot joke is so cringe and eye roll. It makes me go like, ugh. There's the fact that them bringing in the buzzes just kind of feels like toy soldiers, small soldiers. The one with the Gorgonites and the Commando Elites, toy soldiers. I think that's called. There's the fact that I think that the third one had the perfect ending. The fourth one was the perfect epilogue, and this is drivel. That's really it.
Wow. Man, you managed to do that in under a minute. Just under a minute. Excellent. All right, then. Jordan, I realized I should have done this first, but fuck it, I'm going to do it anyway. Jordan, and all that ranting you just did you hear it?
The phone?
Did you hear the phone? Because, Jordan, who fucking called it? Who has two thumbs and fucking called every... The thing is, it wasn't so much that I guessed the exact plot of this. I guessed fucking moments from this trailer. I called everything. I called the fact that they were gonna call in Woody. I called and you vehemently disagreed with that. I called the fact that he was.
Oh no, I never disagreed with the fact that they were gonna do it. I said they shouldn't do it.
I called the fact that he was gonna show up.
And they shouldn't.
I called the fact that he was gonna show up and that he was gonna have some sort of damage, which he does. I called entire jokes. I called entire moments. I called entire scenes. Because I'm clever and Disney's not.
I mean, okay, well, let's be fair here. Are you clever, or did you just guess the most obvious thing that they could possibly do?
I did
and
not.
They did do the most obvious thing that they could possibly do, which is why I call it drivel.
I did not call the walkie-talkie. The walkie-talkie made a certain amount of sense. I mean, I did say that...
No, it doesn't make any sense.
I mean...
When did they possibly get a walkie-talkie? He left.
Hold on. The walkie-talkie makes sense, like, in terms of narratively... No, like, functionally, no, it doesn't make any sense. But narratively, having him have a connection to them that he can... But also, to be entirely fair...
How?
This trailer... I watched it.
They were on an RV driving away.
Hold on.
And when could they possibly have? No, it irritates me.
You had your minute. Let me, please. So, functionally them having a connection where they can contact Woody, like that I get to a degree. Just for ease, it exists so they don't have to waste time. But also, there's a lot of what appears to be trailer chicanery happening in this trailer, where there's moments and there's plot elements to this that are like that are clearly been cut together different. So like there's bits where it's like Woody and Buzz are fighting even though they have no reason to, which is clearly based on a conflict that they're going to introduce. I think this trailer is playing up the amount that Woody's in there, and I also think I'm hoping, because I agree. I think the walkie-talkie to Woody is stupid. My pitch was I wanted them to go find him, because Toy Story movies are too much of this trailer is in the bedroom. That bothers me, because that Toy Story is always about the adventure every single time. Doesn't matter the Toy Story movie. It's always about going out of the room and leaving the room, and toys going out into the real world. So the fact that they just have a lazily have a connection to Woody, so that they don't have to spend any time in the movie to go look for Woody. The movie should have been.
Well,
about
the reason why
Woody.
the reason why they don't have that stuff about finding Woody is because the stuff where they go out into the world is going to be them going and getting the buzzes. So you're probably going to have like the characters which stay in the room to disguise the fact that Buzz and certain characters are missing.
But
so like Jesse and them will stay in the room, and Woody and Buzz will go off into the world and get the army of buzzes.
But it was to my I think that's what I mean. That's where I'm talking about trailer chicanery, because the buzzes were supposed to be the bad guys. They're supposed to be.
Well, I mean, yes, that's why I say it's just small soldiers. They're gonna go and get the buzzes. You see the scenes where they have weapons.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
They're gonna come back and like their whole idea. Obviously, what they're gonna do is Buzz is gonna go and try and recruit them to make children happy, and they're gonna have like some twisted perception or something's gonna go wrong, and they start attacking people.
Well, they're gonna side with the.
Or they're gonna attack. Probably they're gonna go and attack technology.
Well,
is what they do.
What I imagine is this is gonna be. I think they're going for a twist bad guy thing where the toy, like, it's gonna the movie's gonna break down to a toys versus technology, toys versus screen time, which, like, in a modern day that I don't inherently see. That's a good story that parents maybe need to see.
Oh, sure, but it's unnecessary.
But what I imagine it's gonna be a faction based thing where it's gonna turn to technology versus toys, and you're gonna think that the buzzes are on the toy side and they're technologically juiced buzzes. That's the idea. So they're gonna betray the toys and side with technology.
Yeah, probably.
That's
the technology, the iPad thing or whatever will like hack the buzzes or something.
That's probably what it's gonna be. Yeah.
Whatever the least creative thing you can think of is what they will do.
I see. I liked the Woody is bald jokes. I thought they were funny.
No, they're lazy and they're stupid.
There's also, like, you could see Buzz has a sheriff's badge on in parts of the trailer. So that's where I'm like, I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna watch this in theaters. I've watched.
Probably.
I've watched every. No, I mean, there's no probably. I'm going to watch this in theaters.
I more meant like unless something directly stops me.
Oh yeah, no, Unless it's a case of, like, I'm out of town. No, it's on my birthday.
Yeah,
I'm watching it for my birthday. It's my birthday. We're watching it for my birthday.
There you go. Yeah, then we will.
I've watched the last 3 Toy Story movies. I will watch it and I will come back here and I will tell you it's bad. But, like,
yeah, probably. I will go to it and it will affirm everything that I think about it.
There's so much of this I like. I love the new art style. I love the fantasy bits where the knife and fork were getting married. I do think that sorry, I don't want that to happen again. Sorry, bear with me, folks. I forgot to close my Facebook. Come on. Stupid mouse. I like the art style. And I would like to see it used in other Pixar movies. But, like, do I love its existence? No. But I haven't hated any Toy Story movie. Like, I like all of them, and I think this is once I get over my general dislike of its existence. I think, and I do think that this trailer, I think it is mistakenly, because all of the lead up to this has been, this is Jesse's story, this is Jesse's story, this is Jesse's story, and I think this trailer's too focused on, because, to be clear here, it's a trailer, right? But
yeah, it's not the final product.
There's too much focus in this trailer put on, oh hey, Woody's here too. And
Woody's back.
Yeah,
which again would work if he had been gone for a movie.
I think the part of it that makes it not work for me is they're doing the hey, like if they had done to be fair, there's been a time jump. That's the big thing you got to remember here. She's like
Yeah,
now
sure,
3
but
so
not for us.
So in universe, no, it has been. It's been like 4 or 5 years. So
No, but I mean, it was still the last movie that he went
but
away.
there's been enough distance and time between in universe and but regardless, they're doing they have this link to Woody to just pull Woody back at any moment so he can just show up and they don't have to go look for him. But they're also doing the hey Woody, it's been forever jokes. Like they do a joke where Buzz doesn't recognize Woody because it's been too long, and you're like, but you can phone him up and call him like the
yeah, I mean, unless
it's
like
contradictory.
unless they have some reason for why they can't just do that every other day.
Right, yeah, because it's like okay, I could see the comparison or allegory because I saw someone make this comparison online too. It's like when a kid leaves for college. It's like, yeah, you're still gonna see them, but you're not living with them, and it's never gonna be the same. And I'm like, okay, when you put it that way. Like, yeah, you still pick up the phone and call your parents, but you don't live with them anymore. It's not the same thing. So your family is always your family. They're always there. So the notion that he would stay in contact with them a little bit.
That's not my inherent issue. My issue is where did they get the walkie-talkie? Why do they have the walkie-talkie?
That's where I don't
How did they
disagree
get
with
this?
you.
Because the last time that we saw them, like the last time that we saw the group was they were on an RV on a camping trip, which implies that they're not like in their backyard. They're not anywhere close to where they live.
That's where
So how do they manage to get a walkie-talkie from Woody or to Woody to be able to stay in contact?
Fair, he knows where they live, so maybe he hitched a ride to where they live and he dropped it off. To be fair,
that would be stupid.
But like, no, I don't disagree with you. Having again that line as it's presented in the trailer only exists, and to be fair, that scene might not even be in the trailer. Like that, like they might cut that scene out in the final movie. But like, yeah, having a direct line to Woody, like if it was a case where like they had to send him a letter, and there's a scene where he's like, you see him from the back, and he's like wistfully reading a letter for him to come back, and then you do the poncho scene, because him wearing the poncho and now he's dressed differently. And like you market him, he's Woody, but he's wearing a poncho now. Okay, I get that works for me. But again, the fact that they could just call him at any time, it limits the like they want to have their cake and, as you always say, have their cake and eat it too, and have it where they don't have to put in the narrative effort to get Woody back, and also do the jokes where Woody's back. They want to do both, and you can't do both. You can't do both. You could do one or the other. You can't do both. Right.
As for what you said earlier about never disliking a Toy Story movie, for me, when it came to the fourth one, I would never say that I disliked it. Like it was fun in the moment.
Yeah, that's
definitely when I watched it, I right from the onset was like,
oh, it's same. I hate it conceptually.
I felt that it ruined the ending of Toy Story 3.
I hate it conceptually, and I don't like its existence.
And it's been over the years
that
I have kind of come to view it as an epilogue.
Yeah, you have
so
to.
This you can't have an epilogue of an epilogue. It just
I like your what you said, which is this does. That's where I agree. This trailer is too Woody heavy. It's too Woody focused.
Like that, and that's where ultimately
I don't mind having him as a secondary character in this movie. I really don't.
For me, the failure or success of this movie will depend heavily on how much Woody is in it.
If it's a case of, because it does give me the impression that he's in the second and third act of this movie. That he's not in the beginning of it. Maybe he's in a one scene where they phone him, but his participation in the narrative, purely upon this trailer, it looks like it's not happening until later in the movie. That, like I say, if it's a game of like she's fighting the technology and she can't win, and then someone's like, yeah, she has to go and get sage advice from an expert. That's a very typical Western thing to do. It's a very cowboy thing to do. Cowboys would do that, so it's just a thing that would be in line. And like apparently this is gonna connect to Emily is allegedly gonna show up. So like yeah, I like it, if they did a better job. Emily, Jesse's owner.
Oh, you mean the person who is definitely Andy's mom? That's the going theory.
Maybe. But yeah, I wish this was more Jesse focused. I do agree that it's a little bit too much. Like, don't worry, guys. It goes out of its way. The movie is having to go out of its way to explain away a thing it should have never had to explain away. Like, if you wanted to have it where Woody was going to stay connected to them, you should have added that at the end of the last movie. Like, you should have left an out in the end of the last
or
movie.
have like an end credit scene or something.
Don't be like, it's obvious that Woody's always going to come back, because that's dumb. Because it's
like, you could have had in the last one, you could have had an end credit scene where Woody and Bo are watching them drive away, and he's like, I wish I could stay in touch with them, and she's like, well, I might have a method for that, or something.
Yeah. If there was a more, yeah.
But as it stands,
I
mean, I said right from the onset, I don't like that he's in it.
I
just don't.
I stand by. I think if he was gonna be in
I love Woody.
Like,
I love
understand,
Woody,
like,
and I have a fondness for that character. But for me personally, his story ended with the fourth one.
I understand. Well, that's just it, right? Is again, too much of this movie is focused on him. If this movie was like, okay, no, this trailer was very much like, no, this is Jesse's movie. She's the main character. She's the main person, and Woody's a secondary character. Sure, I'm okay with that, but he's getting too much. Or conversely, had they done a marketing campaign, a promotional campaign, which they were never going to do, but if they'd done a promotional campaign where they don't tell you that Woody's coming back, they don't tell you.
Or another way that Woody coming back for this one would have worked for me better is, like, you know how there were like they did the Forky shorts?
Yeah.
Like, if they had like some like Jesse's Roundup shorts or something, where it's Bonnie playing with Jesse and the toys, and it's like a bunch of shorts or whatever, and we kind of get a progression of the story just in a small form where Woody's not in those at all. And then you have this, movie, and this is his big. It's been a couple years since the last movie, and then at that point, it feels like he's been gone.
I think,
but for me,
to be fair, I think that Toy Story 4 was supposed to be. For them, I think that was the end, and it wasn't until Lightyear bombed horribly that they went, shit, we need to actually do a Toy Story. And I think that's what happened.
All I know is that for me, they need Woody being there undercuts the last his goodbye. It just does. It just does.
I stand by it. Had they made it a complete total mystery, like, not mystery, but had they not said Woody's in this, there's you have no idea. He's not in any of the marketing, any of the promotion.
I would have rolled my eyes.
Hold on, let me finish, please. And you're in the theater and you get rid of the walkie-talkie because that's dumb. But you have it where in the third act he just drops in. He's got the poncho and it's from behind. He pulls off the poncho. It's, oh shit, it's Woody. That would have been clever. And the thing is, you got to remember, not the target audience, but for a 7-year-old, that would blow their fucking minds. But this movie can't do that. This movie needs the audience, and that's the thing that sucks with modern Disney. Is like modern Disney spoon feeds you shit where it's like, yeah, man, can you imagine if they hadn't said. Like, cause I'm like, I don't care about me. My taste here doesn't matter. I care about the kids, right? And can you imagine if you're like a 6-year-old and you think Woody's not going to be in this and you're fucking devastated because you're like, Woody's not in this. I love Woody. He's my favorite character. And then he drops in the second act. It would blow your 7-year-old mind.
So I do have to contest one part of it. While yes, I do agree that the Toy Story films are for children, I don't think that they are exclusively its intended audience, particularly the third one.
Sure,
we were the intended audience. We were the ones we were the ones that grew up with it. That's why it was such a big deal that Andy was our age.
Sure, maybe creatively, sure, but fundamentally, no. The Toy Story movies are children's movies meant to sell the thing they're about, toys. And yeah, the target demographic, the audience they're trying to get is kids. And if you were a kid, and
also,
you didn't know, that
you
Woody
wanted
was
to
in
have
there,
Woody in it. I maintain
you could have
had him be. You could have had him be in there in a flashback. And as far as a kid is concerned, Woody's in the movie.
Nah, but that's.
A kid's never going to notice or distinguish between whether he's there in the present or whether he's there in the past.
Woody was always going to be in this. Like he shouldn't be. And you had to get your.
He shouldn't be.
Whether or
Full
not
stop,
he's shirt
full
or not,
stop.
that's again. I've said it before. I've said that is irrelevant. Whether or not
It's not irrelevant.
it is irrelevant because it was
It's
never
not
going
irrelevant.
to happen. It's completely irrelevant.
No, it's not.
It was always going to.
Yes,
happen.
he was always going to be there in some capacity. He could have been there in a flashback.
He was always going to be there in an active capacity.
And that's a bad choice.
It was always going to happen. So
that is a bad choice, and it makes me not like the movie.
I don't know. Yeah, you got a weird hang up about this that you need to get over.
I'm not going to. That's my opinion.
I stand. It's a weird.
I think it makes the movie less good.
It's a weird and bizarre hill to die on.
No, it's really not.
It's your hill to die on. I'm
not
going to say you're dying there alone, but it's weird to get upset about an inevitability. Like, it's inevitable. He was always going to inevitably be in it, so there's no point in getting upset about it because it was always going to happen.
Then they shouldn't have sent him off with the last one.
It's about mitigating what you think, and this is what I thought was going to happen. So, and no, it's not.
Yeah, because
not what I thought was going to happen.
Because it's the most obvious fucking thing, which is bad.
It's a lazier version of what I wanted. What I wanted them to go out and look for him and have to stop him and have to find him and there have to be a bit of a journey. Not he just comes back. Like it does in that regard. His ability to just come back without any narrative. But again, I have not seen the movie, so I cannot comment on it. But assuming that in the movie there is no narrative effort put into finding him, then I will agree that is lazy. But his inclusion was always going to happen
on site, like sight on scene or whatever. I don't like it.
They were always going to go to the fair. And the reason why he's coming to them in the room is, you're right. It's because how would the toys know how to find a fair? And that clearly whoever wrote this thought that when it came time, they're like it's one of those frustrating movies where I can see the screenwriter at the computer being like, shit, we need to get Woody back. How do we get Woody back? Okay, they need to find Woody. Shit, their toys. How are they going to find a moving, rowing carnival? Shit, and then it's just clearly what came to. Fuck it. They can just call him. And that's
stupid.
How they solved it. And it's lazy. It's lazy.
It's asinine.
But make it where it's like, have it where like the fair is in a town over, or they left the fair and they've taken up residence in like a local abandoned toy store.
Yeah, this is where we're never going to agree.
Or something. Well, no, again, he has to be an active part of the narrative. Like, you don't.
Yeah, he could be in a flashback.
That's not an
Justin.
active part of the narrative.
Yes, it is.
Absolutely not an active part.
It absolutely is.
No, it is not. No,
yes, it
not.
is.
That is not. He's not actively influencing the narrative in any significant or meaningful
absolutely
way.
It can be if fucking Jesse is remembering a situation,
scene?
which
No,
then helps her fucking go on.
Absolutely, was never going to happen in a million
That's
years.
Bad. That's a bad choice.
In a million years.
That is a bad choice.
That's what I'm saying is. It is like you're living in
That's a bad choice.
Whether or not it's a bad choice or not, that's what I'm saying. It's irrelevant.
It is a bad choice.
You can think that all you want, but it's the choice.
I do. I think that's a bad choice.
It was the choice they were going to make.
And it's a bad one.
And I guess that's what I'm saying is whether it's a bad one is irrelevant.
It kills the movie for me.
I mean, that's, again, your hill to die on, man. You
yeah, and it is. I will.
You die on that hill. I don't get it. I don't get your weird insistence of denying children a beloved character from a movie that they want. I don't get it.
Because narratively, it makes it more satisfying when then in Toy Story 6, he does come back.
No, but the kids don't care about that. You're thinking about
the kids don't care that he's there, Justin.
They do care that he's there.
No, they don't.
Care that he's there.
No, they don't.
That's the thing is the kids. You're thinking about this from the perspective of this is an adult movie and I want this to work in a satisfying adult narrative way. That was never going to happen. These movies don't work like that. They've never worked like that. Like, they're good movies. Then they shouldn't
have set that up.
But he was always clear again. Blame people for not watching Lightyear. The reason why Toy Story 5 exists and the reason why they didn't do anything.
You say that they can't get rid of characters. I mean, they did. They got rid of Barbie. They got rid of a lot of characters from Toy Story 3 to Toy Story 4 and Toy Story 2 to Toy Story 3.
Barbie's a secondary character. She's not a main character. Like give you an example. They didn't get rid of the potato heads. They're very much recast. They didn't get rid of Splinky. They got recast. Their character actors died, and they're still around. They've been around since
but their fucking character didn't leave the group.
Yeah, you really got to get over that.
No, I don't.
Again, to be fair, the reason why that happened was because it was supposed to be the last one.
Yeah, and it should have been.
Hold on, let me finish before you cut me off. Then Lightyear bombed. and they didn't do anything with the franchise in between that like they did between 3 and 4, because Toy Story 4 is really more of a sequel to all those Toy Story shorts you didn't watch but exist. So like Toy Story Terror in Time, Toy Story Small Fry, those do the exact thing that you're saying that they should have done between Toy Story 4 and 5, but clearly they didn't intend to do anything further with the franchise until Lightyear bombed and nobody watched it, which was the thing they were going to make a franchise out of, so they went shit back to the well. So you're right, there isn't anything, but when it came time to make a sequel, there was never a world in which they were going to write out Woody. Ever.
And that's a bad choice.
There is no universe, and that's not true. There may be a small Earth-1311-5013 where some writer thought, hey, for Toy Story 5 we should just not put Woody in it. You're right, that probably does exist, but it was never going to happen. Now, in my defense, what I wanted was
a bad choice.
I wanted a cameo, right? I wanted a small cameo where he was alive and she went to visit him and then she left. I didn't want him to be an active participant in the narrative, but like I recognize that was always going to happen. So
okay.
My feelings,
whether it was always going to happen or not, that doesn't change the fact that it kills the movie for me.
I mean, again, weird hill to die on, but hey,
it's really not.
It is a strange.
It's really not.
Like once. I'm
far from being the only person who thinks that.
One of the few. I've seen
no.
Most people I've seen have gotten over it. I've seen a lot of people being like, I didn't love it, but this trailer in particular. This is where we're gonna wrap it up. This trailer in particular changed a lot of hearts and minds. A lot of them went, same thing I'm doing. It's Toy Story. I'm gonna love it no matter what. I don't care that Woody came back.
For me, it's I will tolerate it. But no, I hate that Woody is in
that means
this.
that you've never loved Toy Story to begin with.
No, that's not true.
Because
Toy Story for me ended with 3. Yeah, that's where it ended.
I don't know.
My journey ended with Andy, because when I was watching those movies, I was Andy.
Limited. I saw a lot of people I didn't love the idea of it first, but now that I've seen the trailer, I love it. It's Toy Story.
The reason why I don't mind the fourth one is because I view the fourth one as the end of Woody's journey and the beginning of Jesse's story. And this, to me, should have been a Jesse movie. And it feels like it's not. It's a Woody movie.
No, you're only...
Woody comes back to save the day because Jesse can't handle it as being the boss. That's what they've set up in this trailer.
We've been through this before. But it doesn't. To be fair, this trailer does give that impression. It doesn't. It doesn't give the impression that Woody is the main character at all. I
didn't say the main character. I said that he comes in to save the day.
No, he comes in to help her save the day. That much is apparent.
That's not what this trailer gives.
That's what you're seeing because you're so dead set against Woody being involved in this at all that you're just blind hating it. You're just being a hater. Like that's just straight up. That's what you're doing. But, like, it's Pixar and it's Toy Story. They don't make bad... that's not true. They don't make bad Toy Story movies.
I mean, sure, but there's a scale. And the fourth one currently is the worst one.
I mean, yeah, but again...
now the fifth one will replace that and be the worst one.
Again, you're just going... The thing is,
yes, I don't like that Woody's there. Nothing you were going to say is going to change my mind on that. I didn't like it from its inception. I don't like it seeing in the trailer. I think it's full of lazy he's old jokes. It doesn't work for me.
Yeah, I don't... My stamp, you're just being a hater. That's it. Hater.
I'm not.
You are. You're just being a hater. Hater, you're just hating because you just want to hate it. You're not. I knew that you would.
No,
I knew nothing will make you happy.
I have
There's
listed
nothing
my
this movie can do that will make you happy.
I have listed my reasons for why I don't like it, and they are perfectly legitimate reasons. From a storytelling perspective, it doesn't make any sense that they have a magical Deus walkie-talkie, which can just summon him.
But I guarantee you, nothing in this movie will make you happy.
No, it won't, because I don't think it should exist.
Yeah, but you have to get over that.
I don't have to. That's what frustrates me here, Justin. No, I don't have to get over that.
It does exist. Whether or not it should or should not exist is irrelevant.
And I don't have to like that it does.
But that's irrelevant.
It's not irrelevant. We're doing a show where we're talking about what we think and feel about a movie. That's what I think and feel about it.
Yeah.
Nothing you're going to say is going to change that.
Have fun with your haterade. Haterade. I'm just having fun.
I think that the last one was a good. I think that the third one was the perfect ending. I think the fourth one was a suitable epilogue.
But this
I
isn't
think
an
this one
ending.
looks like drivel.
But it doesn't. That's what I don't. It does not look like drivel. It doesn't. It looks like Toy Story. It looks fun. It's not drivel. You know what drivel is. That's what bothers me. This is what I'm saying. It does not look like drivel. You're just saying that.
Agree to disagree.
But it doesn't. You know what drivel is. That's what bugs me here. That's just what has bothered me since the beginning with this. Is you know what actual drivel is. You know, even in animated movies, you know what drivel is, and you know this isn't drivel. In fact, even in the pantheon of Pixar movies, this isn't even the worst Pixar movie. That's still pretty firmly Cars 2. Like, this isn't even the worst Pixar movie by a significantly wide margin. This isn't even close to drivel. Like, you know what drivel is. You're just hating for the sake of hating. You're just being a hater because you hate the fact that Woody's in it and nothing will make you happy. Even if it is a good movie, you would still hate it. And that frustrates me because you're a better critic than that. That's what bothers me. Is it's not drivel, and you know it's not drivel. I could say that there's elements of it that are lazy, and I don't disagree with you, but it's not drivel. Like, the Moana live-action movie, that's drivel. I will give you that is drivel.
That is also drivel, yes.
This is not drivel. This is competently made. It's well animated. It looks fun. It looks funny. Like, it looks as relative quality to the other Toy Story movies, flat out.
Hard disagree.
But you haven't there's nothing in there that is worse than anything else in the other trailers. Nothing.
Yes, there is.
But there isn't. Woody's
I've already said what it is,
No,
Justin.
Again, there's nothing any lazier than anything else in any of those movies. Like, that walkie-talkie is lazy, but it's not lazier than anything else in those movies.
Yes, it is.
No, it's
yes,
not.
it is. They don't, in any of the other movies, they don't have a magical, oh, this is going to solve the day button.
But it doesn't magically. So that's the whole point of the trailer. It's, again, just being a hater. You're just being a hater.
Okay. I'm not going to argue with you about this all day. I don't care.
Hater.
I've stated the things that make me not look it, but it's a trailer. There's room for it to there's room for it to change my mind.
I do think there's trailer.
But I think this is a bad trailer.
That I agree with. I do think it's not an exceptionally great trailer.
Like, if the point is, and that's ultimately my point, and maybe I should say, is if this is supposed to be Jesse's story, this trailer doesn't set that up.
The trailer is entirely too.
It's the Woody show.
No, that's wrong. Flat out wrong.
It's not.
No. It doesn't. No, the trailer is not the Woody show. The trailer because so much of the trailer is her seeking help and seeking guidance.
From Woody.
No, absolutely no.
Yes.
Well, because he's her mentor, Jordan.
Like, it would be different if, like,
sense.
why doesn't she go to Dolly? Dolly ran the room before her. Dolly knows what Bonnie likes. Why does she need Woody? Woody doesn't know how to run things with Bonnie.
Woody is her mentor.
He actively ended up in the closet.
Yeah, but she's most familiar with Woody in the sense that she watched him run Andy's room. So he's
sure, but she knows.
Hold on, you asked the question. Let me finish answering.
She knows that he didn't successfully run this room.
Let me finish answering. So yes, but he's her mentor. He's also a cowboy. So he's the one that she relates to the most. She doesn't relate to Dolly. Like that. Like you could make the same argument. Why doesn't she ask Buzz for it? And to be fair, she might ask Woody or might ask the Dolly for help, but Dolly's not as much of an active character. She's a side character. She's not a main character. The thing you have, if Woody was a side character in these movies, then I would absolutely be with you. But he's a main character. They were never going to cut out one of the three main characters of this movie. And this trailer does not give what this trailer does do is, and I will agree with you on that, is it's there to assure the audience that Woody's in the movie. And that I agree with you is wrong. Like, it does not at all present that movie as being the Woody show. It does present Jessie as being a major driving force of it. It's every major scene in the trailer is her confronting, like, it's her confronting the lily pad. It's her whatever. But I will concede and I will agree that it is very Woody forward where it shouldn't be. That you're right. Like, all of the trailers have been, oh yeah, and Woody's there.
I have nothing more to say. I don't like that Woody's there.
Yeah.
That's ultimately it. For me, my problems with this movie begin and end with that. That's the big sticking point for me. If they had and it has everything to do with the fact that they hadn't set it up. They don't have it set up in any way. He walked away from the group. He wanted to go live with Bo. there's no justification
Yeah.
that they have set up currently for me, and maybe they will in this movie. Maybe they will give me a satisfying
don't
reason,
think
but
they
I don't
will.
think so.
I don't
I don't think they will. Because they haven't set it up.
I'm laying money right now that come June 19th.
We will probably walk out of it. I'm going to predict it right now. We will walk out from it, and I will say it was fun, but I hate that Woody was there.
Yeah, I know. You're gonna let it ruin the movie for you. You're gonna get totally hung up on it, and it will be the one.
Because I do. I hate that Woody is there. I hate it now. I hated it when this movie was first discussed. I hate it with the trailer, and I will hate it in the movie because no, he shouldn't be there.
I will come at you with 1,000 legit reasons as to why it's a good movie, and every time you'll stop me by being like, my money's there, and it'll be the entire thing that you get entirely hung up on, even though you're a better critic than that. It'll be the one thing.
No, I mean, I'm telling you right now. I know
crazy.
myself. I will be like, it was fun, but Woody shouldn't have been there because he shouldn't.
And then every point I make will be stopped with, yeah, but Woody's there. Every single point. Yeah, that will be the entire
because Woody
review.
shouldn't be
and
there.
And it'll be, oh, I like the blah 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 blah, and it'll be like every stop, it'll be like, well, Woody's there, and it's gonna be the one thing you get hung up on when it's such a small thing. Like
it's not a small.
It is a small thing.
It's not a small thing.
It is a. Small
it's not.
Thing. It's again. We always go back to the. Is there a reason? Yes, there's a reason. They explained it. I'm good. I've moved on.
Okay, that's great that you're good. I'm not.
I don't. It's weird. Yeah, again, it's
they
weird.
have a magic walkie-talkie which lets them summon him.
It's a
no,
reason.
I hate it.
I've moved on.
I hate it. That's great. That's great for you. I haven't. I hate it.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, die on your hill. That's all I will say.
I hate it.
I've moved on.
Okay. You haven't because you keep talking about it.
No, I mean my emotions have moved on.
That's great. I hate it.
Okay. Haterade.
Would you prefer if I said I dislike it? I don't like that he's there.
Dislike,
hate, whatever word you want. I don't approve.
Dislike a raid. That's what it is. You dislike it. Haterade.
I disapprove.
Disapprove a raid. Hey there, everybody. It's Endcard Justin here. Let me know your thoughts. What did you think of the Toy Story 5 trailer? Are you excited? Do you hate it on face? What are your thoughts? Let me know what you're thinking down in the comments down below. But in the meantime, if you'd like to see the full podcast that this is from, our More Musicals episode, you click the box on the left. Or if you just want to see a random video that YouTube thinks you're going to enjoy, click the box on the right. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. We put new videos out 7 days a week. Or you can just leave this video a like. We'll see you all in the next video. Have a good day, everybody.